How's it going, everybody? This is Opez Gaming. Today is another day. Version 3.6 is here, and we're gonna go and react to it. To be quite honest with you, I don't know how to start off this video. I don't think I've ever seen this much discourse since the 1-year anniversary situation. But here's the thing, though. Compared to the 1-year anniversary situation, it's not as big, but just as passionate. And in the case of DEHYA, it's mind-boggling how exactly how she's left in this condition, left in this state. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with those words, but that's more or less how I feel right now. Like, it's nonsensical that she was left this way. And as someone who really likes DEHYA's personality, design, and story, it feels like a slap in the face when you play as her. And to be quite honest with you, I've long since accepted that she's not even gonna get fixed. Like, there is no way in hell that they'll be able to fix her in any way. I really doubt they're gonna say anything in version 3 in this particular special program, or hell, even in the future. Like, I really doubt that. And to be quite honest with you, even if she were to get any what do you call it, side grades, or perhaps get buffed indirectly, it would still benefit other characters, so it wouldn't be that much of a buff for DEHYA. If anything, she would still be lagging behind other characters, unless Hoyoverse is willing to do anything about that, like literally anything. Then I'm just gonna accept the fact that she's just not gonna get any fixes, period. Hearing this from me, it sounds like I've already been defeated ever since her kit came about, but trust me when I say this isn't my first rodeo. But with that said, we move on, just like any other game. I don't actually know what version 3.6 entails. This shouldn't be a secret, but I do pay attention to leaks. But I will be honest with you, I haven't actually caught up with what exactly is going to be in. I just know that both Kaveh and Baizhu will be in this patch. I am looking forward to Kaveh. I am looking forward to him, because I'm curious if he's ever going to use that briefcase of his to whack enemies around here and there. I really want to see his gameplay. I want to see what his gameplay is all about. Baizhu, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I really do not give a crap about Baizhu at all. And if you really like Baizhu, if you really like his design and the potential gameplay, hey, more power to you. I just really don't care. I just don't care about him.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time.
Jumping in the trailer already?
Longer than any records in existence.
The history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Dragon King?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We also became the apocalypse itself.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
Ooh, new Hilichurls?
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Bam! New enemy! It has such an otherworldly design. It's actually kind of crazy.
Life, death, and the
Yep, there he is. Here comes Baizhu. I know for a fact that he's been a long-awaited character, and for those who have been waiting for him, hey, you got your wish.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I gotta know though, does the snake talk too? Does the snake talk as well during combat and in the overworld?
Watch and learn. clear.
Kave!
The competition is heating up. Oh, and here's Kave bringing up the rear.
What is this? What's going on? What was that? Was that a wait, was that a story quest or something?
Nice.
Whoa!
Awesome!
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar, and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.6 special program.
Nothing but men. Let's go.
Expect me to appear right after the trailer this time. I hope you all
In the key art, not the people who are presenting it.
We even have more hosts than usual. So why don't we go around and take a moment to introduce
I'm shocked that
ourselves.
Dory's in here though. There's got to be a
Sure
reason.
thing. Hey everybody, it's so good to see you all again. I'm Kimberly Ann.
Anyway,
Campbell,
Kusanali's
host of
back.
DEHYA.
Yay!
I'm so excited to finally be back and share new content with all of you.
Oh, well, if it isn't the renowned traveler.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anjali Kunapaneni, and I'm the voice of Dory. Thank you for always supporting the business of Lord Sangama Bay with your shiny Mora.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm Sean Dury, the voice of Baiju from Boo Boo Pharmacy. Are you experiencing any discomfort? And how many days have the symptoms persisted?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks, doctor. But I do have this problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aww.
Oh God, not you too.
Okay, I am sure a lot of our viewers
First Amber
have
May,
seen our
now
characters pop up in
Dory.
the game by now.
True. Yeah, you've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
That's right, and we'll be seeing everyone again to experience some new stories together in the upcoming version.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. You know, I think we're ready to jump into some upcoming content, like, you know, I don't know, one of our new playable characters in version 3.6.
Yeah,
Let me
Kave.
know if I'm saying this right. I think his name is Baiju? Baiju? Is that how you say it?
Real subtle, Sean.
Nice. I'm sure everyone's waiting to see which event wish the new characters will be appearing in. So, let's get to our first redemption code, and in the meantime, everyone will also be able to check out some details about the version 3.6 event wishes.
Sounds good.
Damn, immediately? Bruh. Event wish preview phase 1. Okay, so this is phase 1. Nilu and Nahida. Okay, this is structured a little weird now. I wonder why. I wonder why they would structure it like this. Phase 2. Ganyu, Baiju, and Kave. Damn, so no Kokomi or Yoimiya. And Kave is gonna be in the second banner. In the second phase. I don't know how to feel about all this. I guess this is their way of trying to get everything out of the way and get to the good stuff, I guess? I don't know.
When on the road, one should take
Yeah, they're just jumping in. What the hell?
Pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you? The doctor will see you now.
Taking a turn for the better.
Okay, so he's a catalyst user then.
Okay, that snake was awesome. Also, its design totally popped up on Baiju's shield.
I like that.
Well, I'm afraid of snakes, but Chung Chung sounds so cute.
Yeah, me too. And also, random thought, but isn't Baiju the first male character with glasses?
Oh, wow. I think you're
Oh.
right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Personally, I love his voice. Think it's amazing.
Oh my God, that is
Also,
true.
you can't go to
Yeah,
Boo
it's
Boo
the first time I've
Pharmacy
ever
and
realized
still
that now.
healing his
Wow.
patients. His abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue Harbor. But most importantly, Baiju is a gentle and refined physician, and his heart is dedicated to helping the world. He tends to anyone who comes to Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah.
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he was?
Oh, I
A
don't
witch
know,
doctor,
I kinda
obviously.
thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan.
A mad
You know,
doctor?
like, I can save you.
Price.
I guess he just seems kind of mysterious like that.
Well, I give your imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined.
Aww.
He's actually a trusted physician among the people of Liyue Harbor. Everyone prefers to go see Dr. Baizhu, no matter how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know people say that
I heard.
doctors
Yeah, I
have
heard that he has
conditions.
some condition,
Is
right?
that the case for Baizhu as well?
Well, Baizhu's case is a little complicated, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. So, travelers
Fair enough.
will have to check him out in-game to learn more about his story. So, zip, that's all you hear out of me.
Okay, well, no matter what happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
Me too. But besides his health, Baizhu also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So there are some days where Baizhu really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
As fate would have it, Baizhu's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master.
Really?
The two had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baizhu and Hu Tao's different views.
Yeah.
In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest.
Baiju's
hear some of
story
Baiju's
quest.
inner
Let's
thoughts,
go.
And learn more about this caring doctor.
Interesting. I can't wait to check it out.
In his search for discovering new treatments and cures, Baizhu will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with Baizhu in the field, you can make use of his knowledge of herbs and interact with certain harvestable items, which will heal your current active character.
Okay, that's interesting. That is a very interesting,
Doctor, I think
interesting
it's pretty
mechanic.
safe to say that
Wow.
most of his combat abilities are focused on healing, right?
Yep, that's right. Baiju's treatment in battle is usually performed in two
Oh wait, can you
steps.
still use
Step
those
one
items?
is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the
I
enemies
assume you
and
can still
restores
use those
HP
items.
to
It
its
just gives you
teammates.
healing
Step
properties,
two
right?
is to create a shield.
Wait.
Shield refreshes,
Wait.
serves broken. Not only will it provide
Wait.
healing,
You know, a random thought just occurred to me. If Baiju's passive skill lets you get an item, but then you also heal up, like a funny thought just occurred to me that the way that works is this time you're allowed to pick up an item, you eat it, and then you put it in your pocket for later to use. I just have this random thought of Baizhu just picking fruits and then just eating it and then just putting it in storage. And all you see is just half-eaten materials. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just the way that it was described and shown. I just can't help but think that way. Because usually when you want to heal up, you would eat stuff. So that's why I had that thought.
deal dendro damage to enemies. Baizhu believes that even in a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baizhu, so let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many travelers already know him well.
Yep, Kaveh.
Glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with
No, now that I think about it, they're really speeding up on skills and on the character's skills. Damn.
similar tastes to sustain a pleasant conversation.
It's unnaturally fast.
Come at me! Breaking new ground!
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro cores explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the toolbox, he has some cool accessories.
That's a toolbox? I thought that was a briefcase. Man, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 now. He used to be 7 out of 10. Now he's 2 out of 10. All those 5 points went to that briefcase. Man.
am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those animations. Super cool.
Okay, so since Kaveh has some connections with Dory, I'll introduce him. Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazar, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives. And his designs not only provide the required functionality, but also greatly incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine.
Nope.
It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Mood.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
mood.
he's broke. Interesting.
Yep.
Why's that?
No
When it
money,
kinda
no
comes down to
bitches.
Kaveh's personality, he's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration. For example, when someone is trying to sell something to Kaveh, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his mora. Like all of it.
Wow, what a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. And take the Palace of Alcazar as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But it's probably these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with I'll-Hate-Them.
But aren't I'll-Hate-Them and Kaveh polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
About what?
Well, Kaveh thinks that I'll-Hate-Them lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kaveh can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand Kaveh's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Yeah, for sure. As an architect, Kaveh can help everyone save some materials when creating functions, and his mapping abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kaveh must always bring tools with him. And his toolbox, named Marak, not only provides Kaveh with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendrocores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
Okay.
In addition to that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it converts Kaveh's attack damage to dendro damage and increases.
So he'll be
Kaveh's
very
combat
useful in
damage.
Hydro Team comps.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about triggering all those dendrocores at the same time. Kaveh won't be hurt by them. In
Oh,
fact,
nice.
One of Kaveh's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendrocore.
It's always
Huh.
good to have a reliable partner like that.
That is
Shang Tsung
interesting.
Always gives Baizhu
But I'm
a lot of
assuming
help
it's
too,
just
you know.
the person.
Exactly.
But I'm assuming
Marak is
it's
pretty
just
remarkable. It can even
it's
wield
just
a sword for
Kaveh that
That's a pretty awesome toolbox.
that's able
I
to
know,
take
right?
advantage of that healing property,
Okay,
right?
so that should
It's not a
be just
party-wide
about everything
thing?
we have for Kaveh.
How should I say this? I think his character has more depth than we expected.
Okay, you know what? You know what?
He is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't
That is a
underestimate
very interesting
Yeah,
character in
Kaveh
terms
will
of
be
gameplay
appearing in the
mechanics.
main event for version 3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next.
Oh, okay, I got this one. Our main
You know what?
event
I
for
want to
version
see
3.6
more of that.
is Academia
Now I'm very
Extravaganza.
interested
In addition to the variety of
in Kaveh in terms of
celebrations, the
gameplay.
event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The extravaganza consists of 2 main parts, the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan
Ayo.
Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6
Who's the
Darshans
missing
have
one, huh?
6 corresponding
Gee, let me guess. Is it an
that show off the
NPC?
style of each
Hmm?
respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
Okay.
Great. So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see. It sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game modes this time. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to digest.
Each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rthawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the pattern is a cute little fungus.
Cute.
Aw, that does look like fun.
Nice.
Here's another one. The scholars
What
from
the hell?
War will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one.
Ooh, okay.
It seems travelers.
You know what?
will
This
have
seems a
lot
little
of room to
interesting.
Try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Uh-huh. Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
Oh, well, this is all very nice, but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Bruh.
Yes,
What is wrong with you?
Everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just
Watch, this is
relax.
just gonna be a...
Stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Mysterious.
Okay, so that kind of... All right.
Spontamod, on the
Hey,
other
they're at
hand,
least trying
is
to
preparing
do
a
stuff.
small combat experiment to put travelers' combat abilities to the test within a set amount of time. Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations in the experiment.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Didn't we have something like this in
And
the past?
Last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to
Aww.
a specific rhythm. And that should be everything we have for the Wisdom Gala. So which Darshan's events are you all most excited about?
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Like combat and battle and victory and never losing. Ever. Never
Oh.
dying.
Are we?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I did not pay attention, but you can get a
Excellent.
free
That was
Faruzan.
ours.
Hey, you know what?
Very cool.
All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm most excited to listen to a story.
I actually don't have a
That's about
Faruzan,
my
so this will be
speed.
nice. This will be nice to have.
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very own
Layla.
quest will be
Layla's getting
arriving
a
with
story
version
quest.
3.6,
That's
so
nice.
be sure not to miss it. Okay, that's all.
Yay, we get to hang out with Layla.
Well,
Awesome.
Kujo Sara is found in a ditch
And
somewhere.
Our next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching
Waynute.
researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynute Slayer cannon, and repel the Wandering Waynute.
The Waynute Slayer Cannon, huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
Hmm.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, yeah. We also have one other event for travelers to continue improving their combat
Brewing
abilities.
developments.
During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh, so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
Right, right.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun surprises to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Totally. And these buff effects are all pretty powerful. The travelers should definitely try some different team combinations and see what synergies they can come up with. And also, the Overflowing Mastery event
The
will
Mastery,
be returning
yeah,
once again
this one.
with double drops for a limited time to help
That won't be-
travelers keep
that won't be
leveling
until
up their
later, though.
characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first, I think we should reveal the new area.
No, but before we do that...
No,
let's take a
no,
quick
no,
break
no,
and give another
no,
redemption
no.
code.
We gotta go take that
yeah.
break.
Sounds
Here's that
good.
redemption code.
But one more note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets during the break, so be sure not to miss that.
Yeah, here it is. This is just structured so weirdly to me. Anyway. Nymph's Dream, a Hydra bonus set 15%. I mean, they look nice. After normal charge and plunging attacks, elemental skills and elemental bursts hit opponents, a stack of mirrored nymph will be triggered, lasting 8 seconds. When under the effect of 1, 2, or 3 more mirrored nymph stacks, Attacks will be increased by 7, 16, and 25%, and hydro damage bonus will be increased by 4, 9, and 15%. Mirrored Nim stacks created by normal charge and plunging attacks, elemental scale to elemental burst exist independently. So when you do literally anything, you get stacks. But what's the cooldown on the stacks though? Like, well, I mean, not cooldown on stacks, more like cooldown in between stacks. Like it's stacks. God, I can't speak. All right, it doesn't really say what the cooldown is, like what the in between cooldown is. Vodokasha's glow, HP 20%, elemental scale and elemental burst will be increased by 10%. After the equipping character takes damage, the aforementioned damage bonus is increased by 80% for 5 seconds. What does this mean? Does this mean that the damage will be increased from 10% to 80%, or will it be 80% of the 10%? I know that it sounds like a stupid question, but considering how artifact sets would work, and considering that DEHYA is, well, and considering how DEHYA's mechanics also work as well, I need to know for sure, like, what exactly does this mean? This effect increase can have 5 stacks. The duration of each stack is counted independently. These effects can be triggered even when the equipping character is not on the field. Now that's interesting.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago, and the site of a battlefield where God suppressed the power of the abyss. Although it was originally desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So,
man,
you're
this location
saying that
though.
we might be able to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On
Conria,
second
you say?
thought, it kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be a Pari named
Oh, what the hell?
Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area
Yo.
and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Wait, we'll be able to fly around now?
Huh.
Yeah, this will be your chance to fulfill your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After
Let's
helping
go.
Sorush recover its power, there will be a small event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush to drive away enemies, conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy
Oh,
during
no.
version 3.6, the Iniquitous Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements in battle and creating shields
Wait, what?
with corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all.
Huh.
We have 2 more
So it's
interesting enemies that
so it's
travelers
basically
will encounter.
an all-in-one,
Animo
jack of
and
all trades,
Hydro
master of none.
Hilly Churl rogues.
Wow.
These hilly churls are
And these guys are new.
across Teyvat and do not belong to any particular hilly churl tribe. Sometimes they assist other hilly churls or tribes in need of help, and they also have a unique combat style.
So nomads.
Even though it seems
So
this
nomad
place is
Hilichurls
full of
then.
new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from bringing
I like the
new hope to
design
region.
of these
Some
enemies.
clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in
Oh wait, before I move further, you know what this reminds me of? The upgrade path from Hilichurl to these new enemies here. It reminds me of in Kingdom Hearts. There's 2 different kinds of shadows. There's shadows and then there's Neo shadows. That's what it reminds me of. These guys remind me of Neo shadows, and I'm all for this design.
version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear.
Oh yeah, this thing.
The Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to
That's
be
yellow?
suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro Dragon's habitat to face it in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will
Aww.
be split into 3 phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Huh.
Wait, what?
Wait, huh? Wait, what?
Yes,
Huh?
and in the third phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh yeah.
at this point, we don't know what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahida's story quest.
Yeah, let's go.
I think there'll be a lot of interesting things.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think. Well, I'll say my thought. I'll say my thoughts for after.
So be sure to look forward to it.
Absolutely. And that's about all we have for new content in the upcoming version.
So it seems like there's going to be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
I know, right?
Yeah.
A bit.
You know what?
A bit.
I'm looking forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new story quest chapter and confronting the new Dendro Dragon.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. I'm super happy to have gotten to come on this special program today. It was my first time. This is so cool. And also that trailer was so cool.
Oh, so
Definitely.
It was.
I think it's really cool that people will get to discover more about Baiju and that there's more to him than just the man who works at the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
He's got layers.
Like a lasagna.
That. I'm looking forward to the new area, new playables, and of course, the Academia Extravaganza. Looked super, super fun to me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this is the end of the special program. It's been so great hanging with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me again.
Of course. This is the end. I'll see you guys all in game.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, why you gotta say it like that, Zach? Why you gotta say it like that? I will say, this is a weirdly constructed special program compared to what we've been having in the past few months or so, the past few patches even. It feels like a very weirdly constructed special program that we've had. It's new. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, though. I don't want to assume anything because I don't really know what goes through Hoyoverse's mind. But best I can do right now is theorize. One, the likely case is they're trying out new things. They're trying to see if they could be as efficient as possible when it comes to delivering these special programs. Worst case scenario, and this is more of a hypothetical tinfoil hat kind of thing. So I really doubt that this is the case because these programs, despite however you feel about Hoyoverse, development takes time, and I imagine that this patch, much like any other patch in the game, were planned for months, if not years in advance. And I imagine that I don't think they would ever maliciously do something like this, but again, tinfoil hat thing. It's possible that the devs were taking notes on DEHYA's presentation and they decided, you know what? How about if we don't show them as much as possible in terms of gameplay, in terms of what a character is capable of doing, and we just wait until the other trailers, like the character miscellanies, like the character demos, the teasers. That's where people would watch them more often than not. But it's possible that they took notes on DEHYA's reveal and they adjusted it accordingly, just so they don't show as much gameplay to the point where you will have to wait until the collected miscellanies, the demos, and the teasers just to get more information from them. Again, though, that's just a tinfoil hat situation. I really doubt that they would ever do something like that. But then again, this is Hoyoverse we're talking about, so I don't know if any of this is even true or not. Aside from the weird structure of the program, it is nice to know that we are getting some new content here and there, such as not exactly content. I don't know if I could call new pullable characters. Well, not new pullable characters, but characters that we are able to pull as content, because that makes the implication that everyone has access to said characters. Which you could make the argument that the trials are something, but in my opinion, not really. Nahida is getting a rerun. Nilou's also getting a rerun. I was thinking about getting Nilou at some point in the future, but if I am, it'll likely be sometime after I get either Kokomi or Yoimiya. I do want to focus on getting those characters when it comes to 5 stars. When it comes to 4 stars, on the other hand, yeah, Kaveh I think is going to be a priority because in terms of gameplay, it's interesting. I do believe that in terms of mechanics, he seems to be an interesting character. What the hell is with me and Claymore characters? I'm really at this point I think I have a type. Then we got ourselves a new event, which I imagine it feels similar to what we've had in the Irodori Festival or the Lantern Rite Festival. It's just gonna be a bunch of mini games that people will partake in, and there'll likely be some fun here and there. There'll be some fun to be had, but overall, I mean, like, I'm like somewhat indifferent. On the other hand, hey, at least the main reward will be a Faruzan, so I guess I can't be too mad about it because I don't have Faruzan for a reason, only because I didn't want Scaramouche, as weird as it sounds. I didn't want Scaramouche. Then new area, which would be nice to see. The artifact sets, I don't know if they're even worth pulling for. Maybe Hydra damage bonus, but I can't imagine who would actually take advantage of that. Maybe Nilou. I don't know about Yelan though. Likely Xingqiu though. Likely Xingqiu would likely use this as well. But I don't know if it will be worth it compared to having 2-piece tenacity and 2-piece Heart of Depth. I don't know. I might want to look into this. And as for Vodakasha's Glow, would it be a good alternative for DEHYA? I don't know. However, this boss, I will say, I think just basing off of what I'm seeing from a distance, I'm willing to bet that this is going to be the most mechanically interesting boss that we've had in a long time. When it comes to mechanically interesting bosses, there's not really a lot of them. The one I could think of right off the bat is just Scaramouche, but that's really all there is to it. A majority of the bosses that you do take on, you just essentially have to wail on them. Sometimes you would have to bring a specific element to a specific boss, and that's kind of it. Whereas with this one, it seems like you're not just beating up the boss, you're also doing these other tasks that involve the boss as well. And later on, you also get to see that it seems like you also take on the boss at its prime. So in terms of mechanics, this seems to be some very interesting stuff. I will have to play it for myself before I make any more judgment based on that. But as far as first impressions go, yeah, it's interesting. I will say that. And then of course, yeah, story quest involving DEHYA. One of my favorite characters in the game, no question. And that's all there is to it. I will say it's not exactly a beefy patch, all things considered. And to be fair, the last one wasn't exactly that beefy either. But I can only imagine what the story is going to be like with involving this new boss. With all that said, what do you guys think about this trailer? What do you think about this special program? Do you think that you'll be excited to see more stuff like this, or what? Maybe it's time to perhaps it's time to hang the robes and just say, you know what? I think I'm done here. Just let me know down below, and if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, leave a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing for more videos like these. And until then, take care.